to take it and do more stuff to it. We're hoping that you will use it, fork it, do some stuff with it. How's that screen share going? All right. Because of some of the requirements that you're going to need on your machine, before we even get going and introducing ourselves and stuff, I want you guys to follow these few steps. The first thing to do would be go to the GitHub repo, and the link's up here. It's you have to go to our organization /Ithaca, and there's a repository called CI/CD demo. So you want to fork that right away. And all the slides are actually in here, and so are the setup steps. There's a setup steps document which breaks this out even a little bit more, so you can copy and paste if you need to. Everybody loves copying terminal commands from a slide, so we tried to put it in the setup steps too. I am screen sharing. Did you send out a link? Okay. So you're going to want, and you guys can kind of do this while I'm talking. I'm going to give a brief introduction to what CI/CD is, and I'm sure that most of you guys know this, but what I'm hoping to get from that is that you can take that information back to your teams and have convincing arguments to why we need to do this and what's important about this. Not so much for your edification. I'm hoping that everybody here knows the motivations for doing this kind of thing, but I'm going to go through those a little bit before Ryan takes it over, and he's going to walk you through the technical parts of the demo. So yeah, and then there's there's some more steps here, and again, I want to just refer to the setup steps or the slides in the Git repo. Did everybody find it? Everybody found the repo? That's the most important thing. Everybody's good? All right. It's in GitHub/Ithaca is the organization, and CI/CD demo is the repo. And fork that repo because you won't be able to. We don't want us triggering a bunch of pipelines on our repo, so it might bog down your Minikube. All right, so now that we got everybody going and starting to install some stuff, who are we? This is Ryan, and I'm Tom. We're developers here at Ithaca, which is where you're at. Just quickly, I mean, you guys probably don't care too much about this, but I just wanted to give you a sense of who we are. We're working on a team here at Ithaca. And Ithaca, so you know, is a scholarly archive. We archive journals, books, lots of different types of content. And we also sell that stuff to institutions, and we have some individual access. We've also got an organization called Art Store for archiving art content, plants, all kinds of different scholarly content. Our biggest product and what people mostly know us is from JSTOR. So if you used JSTOR in grad school or in undergrad, you may know us from that. That's the journal portion of our archive. But we, Ryan and I individually, we're engineers on a team that develop and maintain about 20 microservices. We started off, deploying once, a week, things like that. And we've since moved into AWS, and we're deploying multiple times a day. A lot of times, if we can get the code done, we do as much as we can. And now we're starting a journey to even automate more of that work and get more, like a lot of the steps we still build scripts, we still have individual people doing whatever things, and it's not operationalized, I guess is the word I want to use. So we're moving on to this journey to operationalize those steps, have more reproducible deployments and builds. And that's why we're presenting here, because we started that work on our teams. We've done about 5 or 6 of our microservices this way. And we've also helped some other teams within our organization. So just as a preface, we're not continuous integration, continuous deployment experts. We don't know the whole landscape, but we do have some practical things of our personal experience of how we've built our pipelines and things to get you going. So yeah, I'll move on. So what we're going to do today, we want to develop an actual CI/CD pipeline. You guys are mostly developers, I think, so you probably care about the code the most. So we're going to actually have something you can take away that actually works. It's a simple app, but we'll replicate some of the things you'll see in your environments, and integration tests, unit tests, things that you actually need to do to verify that your app's working before you deploy it to prod. We're not gonna talk about all the different tools that are out there because it's so huge. It's a vast infrastructure. We do have a slide at the end, and that you can refer to later for the different environments. We're on AWS. We're using